The delusional fan base that follows her disrespected the WNBA players by saying she's going to go in that league and tear it apart.
Remember this Geno Auriemma? Thought he had Caitlin Clark figured out, a player who, according to him, wouldn't make waves, and a fan base that was out of touch with reality. But then reality came knocking, and Auriemma found himself eating his own words on national TV for everyone to see the same Caitlin Clark he once dismissed as not built for the physicality of the WNBA has turned her doubters into believers and Geno into the most unexpected. One of all.
This kid's on the wrong team. She's got the wrong skill set to handle the physicality of that league. And she's a rookie.
Clark's rookie season was anything but ordinary. From jaw-dropping performances to rewriting WNBA history books, she proved that her game was more than just hype. And in the process, she forced even her most vocal critic to admit he got it wrong. Auriemma, known for his ironclad opinions and sharp analysis, found himself offering praise he once thought unthinkable. But how did we get here? How did a coach with decades of dominance end up reversing his take on the rookie? He famously said would struggle. If you think you know this story, think again, because what came next was nothing short of headline-worthy. Before we break it down, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Are you ready? Let's go.
There are actually odds on she's third or fourth in betting odds on being MVP of the WNBA. These people are so disrespectful and so unknowledgeable and so stupid that it gives women's basketball a bad name. Okay, so the kid was set up for failure right from the beginning.
It all began with a statement that caught the attention of the entire basketball world on the Dan Patrick Show. UConn's iconic coach Geno Auriemma didn't hold back. He called Caitlin Clark's fan base delusional, suggesting they were setting her up for failure. His assessment: Clark was not built for the physicality of the WNBA and lacked the speed to escape aggressive defenders. He even noted she deserves everything she gets because she gives as good as she gets, framing her outspoken nature as a double-edged sword.
What does bother me is some of the people I deeply respect, their basketball credentials, their basketball history, their commitment to basketball and women's basketball, I think have really not covered themselves in glory with some of this commentary.
To understand Auriemma's skepticism, one must look back at Clark's college days at Iowa. Her impact was seismic: unmatched scoring ability, deep range shooting that bordered on showmanship, and leadership that turned the Hawkeyes into national contenders. By the time she was the top pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, Clark was a household name. But in Auriemma's eyes, her dominance in college wasn't enough. He viewed the WNBA as an arena where only select few could thrive without an adjustment period, mostly the ones he coached at the University of Connecticut.
And Diana said it best: this kid's in for a rude awakening.
Fans were split down the middle. Clark loyalists pointed to her relentless work ethic, unparalleled basketball IQ, and undeniable knack for turning games around in the clutch. Critics, most notably Diana Taurasi, agreed with Auriemma, wary of whether Clark's collegiate stardom would translate to the pros, a league known for its tough season competition. Remember this.
Look, SVP, reality is coming.
Okay.
There's levels to this thing, and that's just life. We all went through it.
Of course.
And you see it on the NBA side, and you're going to see it on this side, where, you look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to come with some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time.
Yet Clark wasn't one to buckle under scrutiny. Instead of shying away, she embraced it, using the pressure as motivation. In her early press conferences, she focused on teamwork and preparation, brushing off the noise with poise. I'm here to show up and help my team get better. And then came the season that changed everything. Clark didn't just meet expectations, she shattered them. She led the Indiana Fever with jaw-dropping statistics, averaging 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, and over 5 rebounds per game. Her scoring was electrifying, but it was her court vision and ability to uplift her teammates that silenced the naysayers, breaking 62 records in the process. Auriemma's prediction of struggles and a rookie slump didn't hold up against her historic performances.
You never know how quickly they're going to adapt to the WNBA game coming from college. And I think that Caitlin has done surprisingly well, how quickly she's adapted to this game. There's a lot of doubters out there, as we all know, and she has proved them all wrong.
What made her season truly stand out were the moments that turned out into her buzzer beaters, triple doubles, and clutch assists during tight games became highlight reels that flooded social media. But it wasn't just her play that commanded respect, it was her resilience, her poise when games got rough, and her ability to shoulder the weight of expectations while maintaining her spirit. The rookie year that Auriemma believed would expose Clark ended up showcasing her as one of the most promising stars of her generation. How did all of this lead to Auriemma's unexpected pivot? That's where things get interesting. If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We know watching this video takes some of your time, and we appreciate you. Now back to the action.
Well, the Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball team looking to improve to 4-0 in the season as they travel to Des Moines to take on Drake. Caitlin Clark, Lisa Bluder also on hand to watch the sold-out game.
Clark's return to Iowa was more than just a homecoming. It was a celebration of everything she had achieved and the promise of more to come. The November 17th matchup between the Iowa Hawkeyes and Drake Bulldogs set the perfect stage for an emotional tribute. As Clark walked into the Knapp Center, the atmosphere crackled with excitement. The crowd knew they were witnessing the return of a legend. Fox College Hoops had prepared a tribute video featuring a montage of her college highlights interwoven with heartfelt messages from former teammates, coaches, and opponents.
Unless you have been living under a rock, you have heard about Caitlin Clark.
She's just a generational player and makes everybody around her better.
Caitlin Clark will go down as one of the best to ever play the game.
This included words from Paige Beckers, Juju Watkins, and her former coaches Lisa Bluder and Jan Jensen. She's been great. I'm really excited for her at this next stage. Watkins shared the praise was genuine and constant, emphasizing not just her talent but her character.
Player, good person as well. She's been great, and I'm really excited for her at this next stage in her career.
Caitlin Clark becomes the all-time leading scorer in major college basketball. Another forever moment for this transformational superstar.
But what truly caught everyone's attention was the shift in how even past critics now spoke of Clark. Geno Auriemma's initial doubts were nowhere to be found. Instead, his tone had changed from skepticism to reluctant admiration. The man who once called Clark's prospects hyped had to acknowledge her accomplishments. It was an about-face that no one anticipated. A testament to how overwhelming Clark's rookie season had been. The tribute was more than just nostalgic footage. It was proof of how Clark had impacted everyone around her. Paige Beckers, who had shared the spotlight and been compared to Clark countless times, offered a powerful quote that captured the essence of Clark's journey. Caitlin brought so much new attention to the rise of women's college basketball. She carries that burden with grace and humility.
Caitlin brought so much new attention to the rise in women's college basketball and the WNBA and women's sports in general. I feel like the weight of the world is on her shoulders, and she just has this heavy burden to carry, and she does it with grace and humility.
While the video played, fans erupted into applause and social media buzzed with reactions. Tweets like, "She's changed the game, and it's time everyone admits it," and "Even Geno's got to give her credit now," echoed the sentiment of the crowd. Clark's rookie season had not only proved her worth on the court, but had also shifted the narrative around her. Critics, Auriemma included, as the night went on. The outpouring of praise continued. It wasn't just her teammates from Iowa who spoke highly of her. Kara, a rival coach, stated, "You can't deny her impact. It goes beyond stats." The broadcast cut to clips of Clark's WNBA highlights, drawing cheers every time her face lit up the screen.
Only comparable to her is Steph Curry.
Well, she did break my assist record at Iowa, so that's, something I have to live with my entire life. But I think what Caitlin Clark did is put eyes on our game. People that would never watch women's basketball are watching women's basketball now because of Caitlin Clark.
The homecoming served as a full circle moment, showing how far Clark had come and how wrong many of her critics had been. It reinforced that her rookie season was more than numbers. It was about resilience, proving doubters wrong, and bringing people together. And at the center of it all was Clark, still humble, still focused, and still inspiring everyone around her. But what did Auriemma have to say about this? You might be surprised by how he turned the narrative around.
College career that Caitlin had ignited a tremendous amount of attention.
Geno Auriemma, the man who once confidently dismissed Caitlin Clark's prospects, found himself in a surprising position, eating his words after months of bold criticism, and Auriemma's public tune began to shift. And it didn't go unnoticed. On a segment that aired during Clark's tribute video, his words carried a tone few expected: admiration.
Incredible phenomenon that very rarely happens, and it certainly changed the landscape, no question.
The initial jabs, where he declared that Clark wasn't built for the physicality of the WNBA and criticized her delusional fan base, were starkly contrasted by his new reflections. She's certainly changed the landscape, no question, Auriemma said in an interview that left viewers doing a double take. She's a phenomena. What spurred this shift? It was the undeniable impact of Clark's rookie season. Social media was relentless. Fans flooded timelines with highlight reels of Clark's game-winning shots, flashy assists, and unwavering confidence that lit up arenas. One viral post humorously noted, "Geno said she wasn't ready. Now look who's not ready to admit it."
Mesmerized by her.
Caitlin had the tongue out. She is feeling it tonight, folks.
She broke stereotypes. She played with the flair. She played with the confidence, the swagger that I think few have played with.
The pressure mounted as Clark's performances silenced more critics. Auriemma's previous skepticism now seemed out of touch with reality. It wasn't just about admitting she could play, it was acknowledging that she was redefining what it meant to be a player in the WNBA. Auriemma, known for doubling down on his opinions throughout his storied career, was showing something rare concession. Despite the change in tone, not everyone was convinced by Auri's newfound praise. Some fans viewed it as damage control, a way to maintain credibility in the wake of Clark's unstoppable momentum. Analysts dissected his shift with comments like, "Geno knows he got it wrong." This is him acknowledging that without outright saying it. Even respected basketball voices hinted at how this reversal was a testament to Clark's undeniable talent, forcing even the most seasoned minds to rethink their stances.
I think that all of us, fan base included, were just so thankful that we were part of that ride.
However, for many, Auri's about-face symbolized the larger shift happening in women's basketball, a move toward recognizing and celebrating new talent, even if it means reevaluating old opinions. In the end, Clark's performance forced even the most steadfast critics to adapt, proving once again that her story isn't just about basketball, it's about rewriting narratives. When Auriemma shifted his stance on Caitlin Clark, the reactions were immediate and divided. Fans of Clark took to social media to relish the moment. Comments like, "Even G couldn't ignore her greatness," and "It's about time he admits what we all knew," flooded timelines. Memes poking fun at Auri's about-face spread like wildfire, turning a serious moment into viral content.
It's done so much to grow the game and inspire young girls to play.
We're uplifting women basketball, and everybody's watching.
I think Caitlin will be in the record books forever. She's an amazing basketball player, but an even better person.
Yet the wider basketball community recognized the significance of this moment. Clark's performance had not only silenced one of her most vocal critics, but also brought more attention and respect to women's basketball. Fans who were initially doubtful found themselves converted by the spectacle of her rookie season. Analysts who had once hedged their bets now spoke of her with a level of reverence reserved for the greats. This wasn't just about Clark proving Auriemma wrong, it was about shifting perceptions and elevating the sport. The reactions were a testament to her ability to change narratives, something rarely seen in a rookie. Fans felt vindicated, and the basketball community took note. This was no ordinary season, and Clark was no ordinary player.
Who'd have thought that all those years ago back in Des Moines, Iowa, that this would be the case right now? We knew what we had in Caitlin back in Iowa City, and we knew the attention that she was bringing around the Big Ten and the collegiate basketball. But I didn't know how that was going to transcend into the WNBA. And obviously we can see that it's done pretty darn well, and people are excited to see her play at every level.
So what does this mean for Caitlin Clark moving forward, and how does Auriemma change perspective, shape future discussions in women's basketball? Caitlin Clark's rookie season was more than just a showcase of raw talent. It was a lesson in resilience, ambition, and rewriting narratives. She entered the WNBA surrounded by skepticism, with even the legendary Geno Auriemma casting doubts on her ability to transition seamlessly into the league. But Clark's performance did more than silence those doubts. It set a new standard for what rookies can achieve. Auriemma's eventual shift from sharp critique to praise was a symbolic moment that underscored the magnitude of Clark's impact. For a coach known for his unyielding opinions, to acknowledge her success signaled a larger shift in women's basketball, the embrace of fresh, game-changing talent, and the willingness to reassess old assumptions. It wasn't just about proving one critic wrong, it was about challenging the status quo.
My expectation is to be one of the best players in the world one day. I wouldn't expect anything less than that.
More history for the FIBA rookie.
At this point, continue to be myself, and I think a lot of good will come from that.
As Clark looks ahead, the 2025 season brims with potential. Analysts predict that she will continue to refine her skills and lead the Indiana Fever to new heights. Fans are already eager for what's next, and the league itself stands to gain from the excitement she generates. Her influence extends beyond her scoring and assists. It draws new eyes to women's basketball, inspiring a new generation of players. And what Auriemma's change of heart serves as a reminder that even the most experienced voices in the game must stay adaptable. It's a lesson in humility and the power of undeniable talent. Clark's story is far from over, but one thing is clear: she has already changed the conversation around what's possible in the WNBA, and as the sport evolves, it will carry forward the echoes of her breakout season and the powerful statement it made. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.